Welcome back to our special breast cancer awareness show brought to you by Humana. Today we are joined by Dr. Alex Ding, a practicing radiologist and expert in breast health. He's here to share light on some of the most important aspects of breast cancer awareness, what to look out for, different stages of life, how to stay proactive, and the latest advancements in screening and prevention. It is so great to catch up with you.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for having me during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I serve as Humana's Deputy Chief Medical Officer, and a big part of my role is about working to make our healthcare system work better. So that is one that is about being more proactive about health and wellness, keeping people healthy, and not only taking care of people just when they get sick. And so a big part of that focus is on screening, early detection, and I'm really delighted to be here with you today.
Yeah, these are really important topics. I mean, this whole hour we are talking about breast health. And so why does breast health really change as we age, and what should people kind of look out for as we get older?
Yeah, so breast tissue changes naturally over time, tends to be denser in younger women and become less so as you age and as you go through menopause. And so that affects how we screen and what we can see on mammograms as well. And so for most women, the American College of Radiology, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists recommend annual screening starting at the age of 40. But I think there's a little bit of confusion if you look at various different sources, because different professional organizations have slightly different recommendations, whether it's the age at when you get started or how frequently you get your screenings. And so really the bottom line is this: what is the important part is talking to your doctor about your personal risk factors and figuring out the right screening plan for you.
Exactly. And so can you talk about the prevalence of breast cancer in men? We often, talk about women, but men can get this too. So what should men kind of be aware of?
Yeah, I think that's a really good point to talk about, because most people don't realize this, but men can get breast cancer too. Now, it is rare. It is about 1 in 100 cases of breast cancer are in men, but there tends to be stigma, there tends to be confusion, and so men oftentimes are delayed in getting things checked out. But for men, they should be looking out for the same things that women should be looking out for. So a lump under the nipple, skin changes, nipple discharge, and really be especially alert if you've got a family history of it as well. And really the message here is pretty simple. So, if something feels different, go and get it checked out, because early detection really does save lives, and that is going to be true for both men and women alike.
And that's where the mammograms come in. So mammograms, what should people kind of prepare for, and what should people expect when they go for the first time?
Yeah, so a mammogram is a low-dose X-ray of the breast. It is safe, it is quick, and it has been proven to find breast cancers early. So in terms of what to expect, so you'll go in, it's a quick examination. For most people, it's about 15 minutes. There's a mammogram machine that'll be right in front of you. There'll be a healthcare professional that's there, a technologist, who's going to take the image, and one of the things that they do is they're going to compress the breast to get a clearer picture. Now that part can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful, and it should be over before you know it. And then what'll happen is the image goes to a radiologist, which is a doctor like me, who's going to look for subtle changes to suggest that there might be changes on the breast that might suggest breast cancer before you can ever feel something.
That's really good to know. And how does a family history of breast cancer really impact a person's risk for breast cancer?
Yeah, I think family history is really one of the most important pieces of your risk profile to understand. So if you've got a first-degree relative, so a mother, a daughter, a sister who's had breast cancer, your risk for breast cancer is nearly double.
Wow.
Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get breast cancer, but what that does mean is you've got to talk to your doctor about the plan that's right for you, whether that's getting those mammograms earlier or getting them done more frequently, or even getting genetic testing done. Because people who have certain gene mutations like a BRCA1 and BRCA2 mutation, or people who have multiple relatives that are affected, may get other sorts of screening tests in addition to the mammogram, like a screening MRI as an example.
And you kind of mentioned it, beyond regular screenings, are there other preventative measures that may increase or decrease an individual's risk for developing breast cancer?
Yeah, so the mammogram is still going to be that primary screening test. It's the one that's really been proven to reduce the risk of death from breast cancer and detecting it early. But there are a number of other things that we can do. So certainly there are things that we can't change, so our age, our family history, but there's a lot that we can do to lower that risk. So maintaining a healthy weight, following a balanced diet, staying physically active, reducing alcohol intake, not smoking. These are all things that can reduce your risk. And even small lifestyle changes like taking more walks or reducing how much alcohol you drink can reduce that risk in the long term. And that is really very much in alignment with how we think about health at Humana, which is that focus on prevention, on wellness, on keeping people healthy rather than just treating illness once it happens. And it is really about investing in health early, which means screenings, preventative care, healthy habits so that people really can live longer, healthier lives.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Ding, thank you so much for stopping by the GDL studio today. Really is important info, so thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So again, if you're interested in learning more, just go over to humana.com.